What's going on YouTube? Seeing Greylock here with your host Henrico, and I'm doing a quick deck profile of my Vowing Sword Reverse deck. I've been playing this ever since Set 12 came out. It's been really good. I've been consistently topping and winning. Sometimes I lose, but I mean it's better than not topping at all. So it's a great build. I had plenty of fun with it. It's definitely one of the most skill-based decks I've ever played. This deck is basically control-based deck of the field. Um, if you ever played Yu-Gi-Oh, if you guys remember back then how GBs would play, they would always play to control the field. That's how this deck works. Basically, you want to retire the key points of your opponent's rear guards and get boosts or power off of that to just control the board and make your opponent waste all of his resources and his hand control. So then eventually you'll end up winning the match. I'm gonna do a quick deck profile, and also this deck will be for sale. I found a new deck I'm gonna start playing, so this deck I'm put it down, and I'll explain afterwards. I'll do a quick deck profile. Lynchu is an amazing grade 0 starting Vanguard. When it boosts and it hits, retire grade 1 or 0. So you could honestly already destroy the good boosters. Say for instance, an AK booster or a good grade 0 starting Vanguard actually does something. So you could definitely ruin your opponent's plans in later games. So it comes in hand. I mean, it's not that bad at all. I actually like it a lot. For grade 3s, 3 Vowing Sword, definitely broken. The key point of the deck. Lock 2, counterblast 2, and your opponent chooses 2 units to retire. And on top of that, he gets a plus 10k for the effect. And possibly he'd be cross-ride. So not only this, it's a plus for his effect to retire 2 units. It is a +1 after the counterblast and after you lock 2 units. Because no matter what, you are getting the plus 10k on top of that. So you could honestly just lock his own booster and lock another booster, so you still have 3 attacks. Or unless your opponent doesn't have a perfect guard, and you could lock a whole column and boost this off the 33k attack, or possibly 43k attack, which is broken. Um, I mean, I've been making good columns. I've been destroying my opponent's field just to, like I said, it's a control-based deck. You're trying to outplay them. This deck does have a lot of, how you say, like outburst, when you can just launch a full-out assault, and I'll explain later on. So, 3 Vowing Sword Reverse. 3 regular Vowing Swords, a Break Ride, Cross Ride, potentially, and you could Cross Ride it easily with another card in the deck that I'll show you in a few minutes. And Break Ride, 10k, retire a front row unit. It's okay, it's not that great. Yeah, play 1 Descendant. It's still an amazing grade 3. It's basically whenever he doesn't hit, he stands up again for crit. I only play 1 of him because I don't really have space, and just for the fact that he's a good finisher. It's not that bad, unless they take the 5th damage. Grade 2, they play 2 kabooms, whatever, the 10k attackers for Narukamis. 2 Sultans, the soul charging on flipping damage. Sometimes I would actually soul charge a Vowing Sword, and then I'll just ride Vowing Sword Reverse. So it's a 3rd turn cross ride. It's pretty broken. But definitely play 2 of these. The flipping damage does help out a lot. Playing 4 Chows. It's still an amazing card. It's still worth how much it is at the moment. It's amazing just for the fact that, like I said, this whole deck is control based. So you can retire the grade 2 units or grade 1 units that he puts in the front row just to just control the field, just to make your opponent go in a corner and be nervous and make bad plays, and make your opponent waste his resources even more. Like I said, this whole deck is just control based. And 4 12k attackers, not much to say about that. Just they had good columns or good numbers. Play 3 to 10k booster. It's one of the easiest 10k boosters to get the effect off easily. It's a consistent 10k booster behind the Vanguard. I love it. Just makes my opponent discards more cards. 4 Demolition Dragons, 10k attacker possibly, 7k booster. Not much to say about that. 4 Shukis, they are amazing. I wouldn't recommend playing any Eradicator deck without these unless you don't focus on retiring units. But when you retire units, he gets plus 3k, so he's potentially a 16k attacker or a 16k booster with Vowing Sword. So he's pretty broken. I love him. He's one of the final turn cards that I will play against my opponents. You need to play 4 Shukis. 4 Eradicator Perfect Guards. They have to be eradicated just the fact that if I play Descendant and you need eradicated cards to discard. So play 4 Eradicator Perfect Guards. Trigger lineup. I play 7 crit. I'm not that heavy on the crit because I'm already, like I said, control based, and you'll see what other triggers I play more of, and I'll explain why. So 7 crit. And play 5 draw triggers. 5 draw triggers because normally your opponent only attacks the rear guards because they're thinking that eradicators aren't that great with rear guards, so they will attack it. So you do need some hand advantage and some rear guard advantage. So I do play the draw triggers, 5 draw triggers, to keep up with hand size. Sometimes early turn, like turn 2, turn 3, I'd actually play these as boosters, so 5Ks, and then eventually I'd actually call Chow, and whenever I activate Chow's effect, I'll use these and put them in the soul, which actually helps out a lot because, I mean, you're never gonna use them for anything else. I mean, they're gonna die eventually, but I mean, they're gonna stay on the board forever unless you do something with them. So might as well use Chow, right? So it's pretty broken. And standard 4 heal triggers. Not really much to say about that, right? I mean, it's just heals. Alright, that's my deck profile of Vowing Sword Reversed. I am selling this deck. All the cards are mint. It's gonna come with these Pro Mat sleeves, as you can see. They're in Pro Mat sleeves. They're still in mint condition. It's gonna come with a deck box, and in that deck box is gonna come inside another box, so it'll be safe to ship. And shipping will be $5 because I'm probably gonna, like I said, it's gonna be in the box. It's gonna be safe and everything, and it's gonna come with a deck box. So please PM me offers for this deck. No, it's a good deck. Definitely won me a lot of matches, a lot of tournaments. Pretty happy. But now I have a new deck, so yeah. So that's the end of the deck profile. Please read the instructions down below if you want to buy this deck. And hopefully you guys like this deck profile. Like I said, if you guys have any suggestions, any comments, just comment down below and we can discuss about it. And hopefully you like it. I'm not sure when we're gonna put more videos up, but honestly, the best bet is if you guys just subscribe, keep up with our channel. We'll have more videos up for you guys, and yeah, we keep putting more into the Vanguard community. All right, later, YouTube.